Hi, I'm Jack from domesticallyimperfect.com, forloveandbooks.com, and twomomsreading.com. And I wanted to do a review today of the Erin Condren Life Planner and the Plum Paper Planner. Not really a review, I guess a comparison. I'll link my reviews of the Plum Paper Planner as well as reviews of the Erin Condren Life Planner in the comments so you can see what I thought of both of them. Let's start with a visual outside comparison. Obviously from this you can tell the Erin Condren planner, the Life Planner, is more brightly colored than the Plum Paper Planner. And we'll look at that a little bit closer. Let's look at them side by side so you can see which one's a little bit bigger. They are very comparable. The Plum Paper Planner is a December or January to December, where my Erin Condren is only an April to December. I decided that I wanted to see if I was actually going to use a planner before I spent the money, and so I went the cheaper route, and I loved it. But then when the Life Planners went on sale, I decided to try them out. Let's look at the Life Planner a little bit closer. Let's look at the coils actually, sorry. The Life Planner coil on bottom here, as you can see, is a little bit thicker versus the Plum Paper Planner. It's a little bit thinner, but both of them have been in and out of my bags a lot, and they've held up very well. So even though the Plum Paper is thinner coiled, I don't really have a complaint. The covers, here we go. This is where the differences really kind of start. The Erin Condren planner is laminated. It holds up pretty well. Mine has a few scratches on it. I use these suckers in and out of my purses, drop them, throw them. I have my 5-year-old bring them to me, so they really get used and abused. So the lamination is great. It also means that on the inside I can do fun things, like I washi taped my little hockey playing daughter who you just saw, and I stuck my business card so that if the planner is lost, it can be returned if somebody actually does return it. Haha. The Plum Paper Planner is not as bright. You can still personalize it, which is great, and in fact I've heard they're a little bit better about personalizing than Erin Condren is, but I didn't bother to personalize either beyond my name. Maybe next year I'll do it differently. The Erin Condren does have a change coming for 2014-2015. The covers will be removable and interchangeable, so you can get 3 or 4, which that alone might have me sold on the Erin Condren. But anyway, the Plum Paper Planner, you lift up this plastic frosted piece and your cover is a little bit brighter, but it's still just still just paper. Then you open it up and you've got this big blank space versus the Erin Condren, where you open it up and you've got bright colors. The Erin Condren does have a few pages of quotes, which I love. And I'm sure now my manicure from my 5-year-old is jumping out at me. I've got nail polish everywhere. The quotes, while I love them, they're not really necessary. So that's something that you could probably, that's a wash in terms of, is this one better than that one? The Plum Paper, then you turn, instead of the quote pages, you turn into the calendar, the 2014 year at a glance calendar. Let's get to that page in the Life Planner here. Instead of turning straight to that, you get birthdays and anniversaries. I have changed it to book release dates since I do run 2 book blogs. Then you get to the planner, or the year at a glance calendar, and let's just kind of compare the two. To me, I don't really utilize either, so it doesn't make that big of a difference. But I do prefer the bright colors of the Erin Condren a little bit. Now here is where, for me, the differences start. This is the start of the January page for the Plum Paper Planner. Now you grab the tab page and you turn it. And you don't open to the month at a glance calendar, you open to a notes page, which really frustrates me. Versus the life planner, I'm grabbing the April tab. Oops, I'm not quite there yet. I grab the April tab and it opens straight away to the month at a glance planner. And then the planner, the month at a glance isn't really that different. The Erin Condren Life Planner does have just notes. And you can just do notes. There I was trying to color coordinate. Took me a little while to figure out what I wanted to actually do with it. Versus the Plum Paper has birthdays, events, and then notes. And I kind of prefer the Erin Condren on that one. I'm just a bigger fan of that. I'm going to go to the back here so you can see. We'll compare blank layouts. The Erin Condren has the morning, day, evening, and then lists, meal planning, exercise, daily do's, thoughts, inspiration lists, etc. And then they also have over here the calendar, month at a glance, and your weekly goals just on a lined sheet. I love that. I'm not necessarily a big fan of the bottom part, but if you look at how I utilize my blog, if you look how I use it, that video, which is linked below, you'll see what I do with that. Versus the Plum Paper Planner, I went with the morning, afternoon, evening design, and then they have the checklist at the bottom. The one thing that the Plum Paper Planner really does have going for it is the fact that you can get different layouts. You can get an all blank, you can get a family planner with your different family members' names. You can do so many things with it that I really like. The Plum Paper also has, these sections are lined, versus the Erin Condren, they are not. Then they also have over here on the side the month at a glance, your weekly list, your notes, and I kind of prefer the Erin Condren in that again because, and I'll show you one that I've actually written in just so you can kind of see what I do with that, whereas last week, because I really did last week well. I like it better this way because I can do my weekly to-do stuff. I deep cleaned the cat box and the fish tank. Let me tell you how fun that was. Did a verse that applied to me and some notes about some general stuff that I owed. And so I really preferred that. And now that we do that, at the end, here's where I really love the Erin Condren. At the end you have a notes section. Here I did my, and I personalized them obviously, so I've got my summer bucket list. But the notes are all at the end versus one page of notes at this, each page on the life, or each month on the life planner. And I really like that. And then Erin Condren also has, after you get through your notes pages, there's blank note pages that you can do whatever you want. Like I've stuck the frequency chart for my church soundboard. Then she has the contact pages, which I'm skipping. Sorry, you don't get my sister-in-law's address. I like her enough not to do that. And then at the back of the Erin Condren, you also get another quote, but then the stickers, which birthday stickers and, all the different ones that you can do. These all come stock with the planner. You can create your own labels now. And then just blank ones too, which my Erin Condren specific planner video will show you what I do with those. The Plum Paper Planner, however, does not have, here's December, your December notes page, your December calendar. Then you come to the end of December and it just ends. You get a page of contacts, no more notes pages, the 2015 at a glance, and then the For Keeps folder, which is, it's flimsier than the Erin Condren. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that, but we're not to that point in the Erin Condren planner yet. And then the back is the same as the front. It's kind of flimsy, but it has held up well. It's been a great little planner. And before I finish the Erin Condren, I'll show you what I've repurposed, how I've repurposed my Plum paper planner. I now have it as a journal. And I think I will purchase the Plum paper planner next year for the purpose of a journal, but not so much for the purpose of a planner. Now let's finish the goodies in the Erin Condren planner. The Keep It Together folder is thicker, a little bit better made than the Plum paper planner, and I use it for bills and birthday party invitations. Excuse me, oh, I'm so sorry. And then at the back they also have the nifty zipper pouch, which I use for coupons. And at the end, because of the lamination, I can stick sticky notes, and this came off of a toy my daughter got, or a magazine or something, where I just stuck it in there so I could keep it and use it for the free song. And then the back of the planner also has the 2015-2016 calendar at a glance. So that is the two planners side by side, top to bottom, differences, comparisons. I love both planners. They're great. The Plum paper planner is a little bit cheaper at about $35 for a year versus the Erin Condren at $50 for 12 months, $55 for 18 months. So it's really up to you which one you love. I think for planning purposes, I prefer the Erin Condren just for a few of the smaller details, but they really are both great planners. Thank you so much for watching this review, and check out my other reviews of how I actually use my planners linked below.